down just this atrocity. Makes me mad. So polar bears do not have opposable thumbs. So this is completely inaccurate. He cannot hold the phone. Panda could hold the phone, but he could not be talking. So this is a terrible scene. Also, penguin cannot be drinking beer. Birds cannot burp. So penguin is dead in about a couple of minutes right here. His stomach will rupture and he's going to die terribly. Like I said, Polar Bear Cafe. Polar Bear, not only could he not fit inside that car, he would not be able to drive. He cannot sit up like that. How's he getting his license? Penguin's cloaca does not have the muscles. He's going to be pooping in that car constantly. This is the most offensive show. All right. But for real though, we're going to drop to something in Polar Bear Cafe that is relatively accurate, and that is Polar Bear's buddy over there, Panda.
笹を食べながらのんびりするのは最高だな。ゴロゴロするのに忙しいから後にするよ。貼ります。笹を食べたり寝ながらぼんやりするのが得意です。
So, pandas, of course, as the show implies, have a reputation for being incredibly lazy, and also, I'm going to let friend of the show, Daryl Surratt here, I'm going to let him explain a little bit about pandas. So he says, pandas have lived so long in an artificial world, they do not know how to mate and are repulsed by one another, the otaku of the animal kingdom. And Daryl is a little bit accurate here because pandas do have a reputation for having a very, very, very hard time mating. But I kind of wanted to break down why. So we're going to find out why here. So pandas, even though they are in the bear family, they're related to polar bears, brown bears, sloth bears, etc. They're the only bear that is entirely herbivorous. These guys only eat plants. And the thing is, if you look at their anatomy and their teeth, they're completely capable of eating meat. They have the same dental structure the other bear family do. They just don't want to. There's a couple theories. The biggest one I've read is that a while ago there was potentially a famine, and that might have caused a very bad food shortage that caused a lot of pandas to adapt to only eating bamboo, which is a terrible idea because bamboo has zero nutritional value, a little bit like how koalas get no nutritional value from eucalyptus. Same thing. Bamboos have no nutritional value, and these pandas have horrifically slow metabolisms because of this. Also, just a little fun fact, the bamboo they eat causes them to defecate 4 times a day. So, but going back, so here you have an animal that's incredibly lazy, incredibly slow, and then they're potentially going to mate, hopefully. Educational purposes. So pandas occupy about 5 square kilometers. I say Hoboken on this. I said Beverly Hills, and that was his critique. He was like, my big goal is when I go to other states, I'm going to find a city about that size and just move this around on this panel. So like I said, these guys live in essentially a respectable sized town, completely by themselves. And just to make matters harder, females go into heat once a year for as little as 36 hours. So this guy has to be lucky enough to figure this out, leave his area very, very slowly, travel to where she is, and then copulate. So as you can imagine, this is already really, really hard, and it got trickier because, as you guys probably know, for a very long time, pandas were endangered due to both habitat loss and poaching. So this already really tricky task just got even harder if you're getting shot at or your territories are being completely destroyed. However, there is some good news on the panda front. So pandas have made a big comeback in about 2016 thanks to a lot of conservation efforts. The giant panda was moved from endangered to vulnerable. Conservation efforts are done at a whole bunch of zoos. Little fun fact, giant pandas are found at only 4 zoos in the United States. They're found at the Smithsonian Zoo in Washington, D.C., Zoo Atlanta, down Atlanta, Georgia, the San Diego Zoo, and the Memphis, Tennessee Zoo. So thanks to these efforts, like I said, we've been able to get these guys not completely out of the woods yet, but like I said, they're smashing, you know? They're doing what we hope they would hopefully do when we put them all together. So good news for the panda friends, but like I said, also, this is a lot of where the pandas get their reputation from for being very lazy animals.
So let's go on to an educational cartoon. Education about sake in Myoshiman. I stole this from Minto when he did the last time. I did the last thing with him.
I approve. You're allowed to use it. こんにちは、五木慶三です。今日は発酵からの寄付を祝って発酵の勉強がてらどぶろくを作ってみようと思います。
密造酒や密造酒や。
どぶろくって言えば密造酒の代名詞と思われがちだけど、大学は研究として許可を取っているから大丈夫なのよ。
発酵と腐敗は基本は同じ微生物の活動による現象だ。平たく言えばそれが人にとって有用なら発酵、それ以外なら腐敗と呼ぶ。では作業に移ろう。まず米を桶に入れ同量の
So our main character here, who we see in reflection, has the ability to see microbes with his naked eye. And it is used to educational benefit in the show. And his horror.
水を加える。そこにおにぎりを一つ布袋に入れ一緒に浸す。1日1回混ぜて3日もすれば酒の匂いがする。空気中の酵母が水の中で培養されたんだ。この水は取っておいて後で使うんだよ。そしてこの米を蒸し人肌に冷ます。それをご座に広げて麹をまぶす。この米とさっきの水を同じ容器に入れ蓋をしたら冷暗所に放く。
蓋するんすか？
どうした沢木君？
先生の話じゃ酵母と麹しかいないことになってるけど、他のやつもいっぱいいるし、こりゃただの腐れ水っすよ。
そこでこっちに話は進みます。それを摂氏6度の部屋で数日かき混ぜたものだ。
おにぎり見ました。寒くてかぼせません。他のは寒さでいなくなったね。
そしてここから一転、少しずつ温度を上げる。
暖かくなってきた。テンション下がってきたね。随分散らかしてしまった。やめようか。暖かくて元気になってきた。体が軽いぞ。ここからは我々の出番です。これ全部感じろ。
So the first microbe is converting the starch to materials. And what yeast does is look at that kind of sugar. So, look sugar. And eat sugar and then put out alcohol.
こうして簡単なものは10日ほど。もう少し手の込んだものでも1ヶ月でできる。
So you may have seen another method of making sake in the film Your Name, which I'm going to show this clip here. If you haven't seen Your Name, you should see Your Name. So here we have the rice, which is the malt of sake.
世界最古の酒なんよって。米を噛んで吐き出して放置しとくだけで自然発酵してアルコールになるんさ。
口かみ酒。神様は嬉しいんかな、あんなお酒もらって。
そりゃ嬉しいやろ。
ほれ見てみ、宮水や。
私絶対無理。よく人前でやるよりはな。信じられんわ。
So this is an alternative method of doing that first step. But we're going to go back to Myoshamon to have them do their fun explanations. Because I think anytime I get to show micro
だ
videos,
が
it's
大
fun.
学では研究として作ることが可能だ。だからこそ発酵蔵を作る意味があるんだ。実際に自らの手で作りだ。こちら
ものすごく酸っぱいっていうか、酒の味もそんなにしないし。
何そんなバカな。
先生、こんなもの飲まない方が。
まずいはずないんやがな。それは俺の酒や。
はあ？
そういえば容器が違うな。いつの間にすり替えたんだ。これは
俺の酒は麹紙なんか使わん。それこそ誰にでも作れるほんまもんの酒や。見てみ、最も酒造りに合う米、山田錦の蒸し米や。
And according to this Myoshamon, it's a little bit grosser.
口紙の酒。唾液がでんぷんを分解する力を使うんだ。米を噛んで
The power of
水を
saliva.
混ぜる。
カブスさん、なんだこりゃ。
そしたら唾液酵素が米と交わり、米のでんぷんは糖化される。
カブスさん、
なんだ、もう糖になってるね。
これは米じゃなくて果物かな。
果物なら僕らのお呼びでないね。
じゃ、僕らの家を作りに来ました。糖ね、アルコールって言っちゃった。
I love the relief that the yeast make when they took out alcohol.
それこそ神代の時代から伝わる日本史の元祖だ。もっとも米を噛むのは未婚の女性の役割なんだけど。
So what the saliva is doing is, if when you eat bread or any sort of starchy compound, there's an enzyme in your mouth called amylase that does that breakdown very quickly. You'll notice if you're chewing on bread, it gets mushy very fast. That's that reaction that you're seeing in those segments there. And that's Miyoshimon. You should watch it. It's on Crunchyroll.